A newer manure remover maneuver.
Today, Sunday, March 20th, 2016. Blood and guts and songs and movies and family and more. Or The Problem with Everything. Hey, everybody, this is episode 54 featuring Leah Leyva. I am Holiday Rob.
I'm Lowki Sapfoot.
And our guest, which you will be hearing momentarily, is Leah Leyva. Wow, I already screwed it up.
You butchered the intro. Harsh.
What's the best thing is it doesn't matter how short your name is, easy it is, or whatever. We will find a way to screw it up. So you should definitely be on this podcast because we will ruin it. But Leah Leyva.
You weren't even drinking on this podcast. You were hungover though. So that's even worse.
Yeah, hungover and tired and I had to have some coffee even before this went down.
So we're recording on a Sunday night, which is weird as fuck.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done a Sunday. Yeah. I think it's the first time.
It's very strange.
We're missing Walking Dead.
Sunday night is the worst night of the week. It's the worst time to exist.
You just feel awful.
Yeah,
you just feel awful.
Just dread. You're just dreading the
I blame it on
responsibility that lies ahead. I remember X-Files used to be on Sunday nights, and to this day I still have like a automatic reaction trigger to the X-Files because it makes me think, I gotta go to bed soon and wake up and go to school in the morning.
Yeah,
fuck.
Be as far away from non-misery as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had Leah Leyva. Oh my God.
Leah Leyva.
Fired.
Leah Leyva.
From Leah Leyva and the band. And
did a couple songs live in the motherfucking studio.
Did a couple tracks here in the tiniest space possible.
All up in the problem hole.
She did No More and Summer Fades. If you're enjoying this podcast and you don't know, we are on iTunes. You can check us out on iTunes. Just punch in The Problem with Everything. You don't even have to put spaces. It should be something that comes up.
It's 2016. You should know how to do this.
Right? I feel like this is hand-holding right now.
If you don't know how to do this, do me a favor and die before November so that we don't end up with an Emperor Trump.
You said his
because
name.
Chances are you're that old if you don't know how to find this podcast and subscribe to it on iTunes. Sorry, that was like an ageist joke. That's not even.
Yeah, but maybe somebody
joke is being generous.
Maybe they just don't get the technology. They're just like, this is beyond me, and so you'll have to ask Professor Google.
Right.
But it's very simple, and then you can subscribe. It'll come to you. Through your iTunes account
automatically. You don't even have to think about it.
If you got an extra click, give us 5 stars. That'd be pretty sweet. I think.
Give us 4 if you don't want to give us 5.
Right.
But we ask that you give us at least 4.
I mean, if you're gonna tip somebody for being bad at their job, why not give us 5 stars?
Yeah.
Or
spread the love.
Being average at their job. I am on Twitter at Holiday Rob, all one word, Holiday Rob. Where are you on the Twitters?
You can find me at Sapfoot on Twitter, where you'll see tongue twisters and whatever thing I'm into for that week that I instantly forget about.
Hilarious observations of the comedic kind.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's being a little generous.
I think it's funny. You can also check out our guest, Leah Leyva. I believe it's just Leahlyva.
Yeah. You can also find her Instagram is where she's going to be most active. And just like Rob said, Leahleyva. You can also on the YouTube, there's quite a few videos. She makes music videos and sings the wonderful songs therein. So if you'd like to check that shit out, just type it into the YouTube, just like we described earlier with the Google, but with the YouTube.
Whoa. And the weird thing is, YouTube is owned by Google. Whoa.
Illuminati confirmed, bro.
It's come full circle, guys.
Chemtrails, man.
Yeah, she's great. She's a filmmaker, a singer, a dreamer.
Yeah, on the Facebook, leah.leyva.3, the number, numeral 3.
Numeral 3.
That's how you'll find her. Befriend her and follow her into sweet musical bliss on the internet.
The Arabic the terrorist numeral.
Don't confuse the people. It's a regular ass 3, the number 3.
No, but that's what's so funny is people are like, you're terrorists. And we're like, well, your numbers come from Arabic, right?
Oh, I see. I understand. Thank you for explaining your joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good joke unless you explain it. Speaking of explaining things, I play video games.
Ew.
That was the worst segue ever.
It's Sunday night. We're not on top of our shit.
No, we want to be watching Walking Dead and eating food that's probably going to kill us long before our time.
Yeah.
Because that's what life is all about, apparently. I play on the PS3, Eve Dust 514, on the PlayStation 3 PSN Network. I am holiday_SAIL on that holiday sale. Where can the nice gamers meet you?
I'm playing lots of Rocket League these days on the Xbox. You can find me on there at, I guess it's not at, it's just Lowki Sapfoot. Just like it's spelled on the podcast. I'm not going to spell it out.
You have all your all stuff consistent right now. I'm the one who's like, I got all, there's a holiday in it.
Right. It's mostly consistent.
Yeah.
You can also find me on Nintendo, same whatever
Smash
gamer
Brothers,
tag username. I don't know what the fuck they call it. Lowki Sapfoot, no space between Lowki and Sapfoot. A W in the middle of Lowki. You know, if you know me, you probably know how to spell that shit.
Right. Or
come play Smash Bros against me. Kick my ass.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, Smash Bro.
We did that at the same time. That was
cheesy.
It is cheesy.
It's Sunday night and the feeling's not right.
No, it's not.
What a night.
Why would anybody ever have a Sunday night? You can find us on Facebook, The Problem with Everything. Again, very easy. Punch it in there. We try and... this comes out every week. We put out an episode usually on Thursdays. Comes out every week. Enjoy it. We're doing as many local awesome guests, and we've kept our promise this year thus far for the most part. I think we've only had 2 episodes where it's just been the two of us, just mouth diarrhea.
We're doing our best, God damn it.
We're doing our best.
It'd be nice if you'd all show some appreciation once in a while.
You bastards.
You got any shows coming up?
Yeah,
Rob?
this week, Quietly Kept is going to be on Friday at Distillery 365, and that's Stanford and Candelaria. And it'll be really fun. Good time show. I think it's from 6 to 9 or 7 to 9. Either way, if you get there after the working hours, come celebrate, have a mixed drink, and watch us do silly things. We're going to do an 80s cover. I'm not going to tell which one, but it's going to be... I'm actually working on an 80s medley.
You tease.
I know, right? If you want to check out our guests, Leah Leyva and the band, they will be May 20th at Isotope Stadium for Live at the Lab. It's going to be cool.
So they're playing before the game starts? They're playing at like 6 and the game's at like 7 or something?
Yeah, they'll be playing early. It's a fun gig.
Get out there early. It's going to be good times.
I don't even know what the promotion is, but last time I went, it was a towel, and that towel has been amazing. It's it's the...
Good thread count on it?
It's not even that. It's just, a Hitchhiker's Guide was right, man. Never forget your towel. You're going to always need a towel. Yeah, so this was interesting. You had never met Leah before. I had worked on a movie with her.
It's always weird when it's like, which happens a lot because I'm an antisocial motherfucker. The only time I talk to anyone is if it's recorded for a podcast, pretty much.
That's fine. I think that you're like, I don't talk without money coming in.
You pay me if I'm going to talk with you. My conversation, my company is worth... Should we say
we're looking for advertisers and people to promote? I mean, we can read stuff. It's not that hard. We can do it. Definitely.
Yeah. If you like the show and you want us to tell,
and you like being associated with a bunch of ne'er-do-wells,
if you make like a mean hot dog, make the best chili dog in Columbus, Ohio, and you listen to this, hit us up. We'll read an ad for your chili dog stand.
And really, we can be paid in chili dogs or change.
Yeah, but don't mail us the chili dogs unless you have some kind of dry ice situation and a good way to reheat them.
Yeah. And what? Sure.
Yeah, don't mail us chili dogs. Anyway, we'd like to find more guests. If you're
musician, artist, activist, filmmaker,
and not shitty ones. If you're shitty at what you do, don't hit us up. We don't want anything to do with that shit.
But throw us your mixtape, bro.
Yeah. Well, I need coasters. I got nice furniture. I got to keep the rings from my...
That was a good episode last week, by the way. If you don't know, go back to last week's episode. We did a mixtape of all the artists, musicians that we've had on. And that
was an extra long, it was super, 2.5 hours.
Super long, but it was honestly very fun. Every time I heard a song, I was like, that was a good song. That was a good song.
Yeah.
Except for mine. I was like, that one again. Yeah. But that was a good song. It was great. I had a hell of a good time listening to that.
It was a good one.
I think think we nailed it on our yearly clip show.
And that was, I won't say a lot of work. It was like slightly more work than normal.
Yeah.
So I'd appreciate some clicks, some likes. Email me, lokisapfoot@gmail.com. Send me pictures of your boobs or your
Junk.
butthole or your dick or your whatever.
Whatever you're packing.
Yeah, whatever you got, share.
That you like showing off.
I'll put it up on my Tumblr.
This is the Sext Lowki drive right now.
This is all for science, by the way.
Obviously. You're going to put it into the machine, and then it's going to... eventually an algorithm will be born.
I'm building a machine that you put it into, and I need data.
Yes.
I don't know. I gotta make it as realistic as possible.
Digital representations of genitalia.
I apologize, as usual, for our behavior. I hope you enjoy this episode. We'll be back at you next week. Yes. You have anything else we need to tell the people?
I think that's it. I don't really have anything else that's going on.
Well, then why don't we play a gosh darn song?
A gosh darn song? How about a darn gosh song?
Whatever you want to do.
If you want to check out the music video for this, you can check it out on DCS Records YouTube. You just put DCS Records into the YouTube thing. You find them. Right. It's called My Baby. It's by Leah Leyva and the band.
Word up. We'll see y'all in a couple minutes where we will talk about some stuff and some things and some blood and some music and some family.
Yes.
Word up.
I need to tell you something, baby. Well, I think I love you, baby. I think I need you, baby. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, ooh,
So do you guys want to open with some calisthenics or
What is that?
say a prayer, do some sit-ups? How do we want to start this off?
I like the idea of push-ups, really. I mean,
Push-up contest?
you do some push-ups and everything's good.
Can we handicap it, though? I got like a bum shoulder. If we can give me like 1.5 to each of your push-ups,
Yes.
I think that'll be more fair.
I think that would be absolutely necessary. Necessary?
Yeah.
Would be absolutely necessary.
A necessary necessity.
So you got to go hang out with, that was yesterday or today? You got to see
Tractor.
yeah.
That was today. Yeah.
And you went to see who?
I just went to go. I really like the berry cider, so
Yeah.
I went to go drink some of that, and they had some cool poets, and there was this girl doing the sand dance, and she also had like a singer poet girl with her who had like an amazing voice.
So tell us again about the sand dance. I
Yeah,
hit
what is
record, so this is
Okay.
all on the record now,
All right.
officially.
So basically this girl was doing like a sand dance, and it was really cool. She had like this little box, and it had sand in it, and she was dancing, doing like percussion with her feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really neat.
So it was just her mic'd, like, so she was all
She
the
had like one
sound?
of those looper things. So she like looped herself playing guitar and doing some other percussion things, and then the sand thing, and then the other chick was like doing poetry, singing.
Sweet.
It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had mentioned before I was concerned that sand might be flying into people's beers.
Yes.
I didn't want to attack Tractor and say it's not sanitary there or anything,
Right.
but this was a concern for me early on in the conversation. Leah, however, assured me that sand wasn't flying in cups.
No foot sand.
Yeah, no foot
It
sand.
was very contained to the stage area.
They're
There was-
pros.
Yeah, there was no worry of sand in your beer.
Sweet. So we have a guest. We're here. It's the
Hey.
problem with everything.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Things are falling.
Yeah, it's very small here in the problem hole, as some of you may know. We're here. We have a guest, Leah. What's up?
Hello.
Leah Leyva of Leah Leyva and the band.
Yeah.
You are and bandless right now.
Yeah, just Leah Leyva.
Yeah, it's just Leah right now.
Although we will have a promo video of live performance.
Will we?
Yes.
How exciting.
Finally again. We haven't had one in a while. Since
Nice.
Clark, I think.
Yeah, I think that was the last live in-studio performance.
Yeah. It's pretty fun when we get to do those, because the last couple musicians, I don't know, haven't... Billy didn't do one. Huh.
No, I don't know why.
That's
I don't know why
unfortunate.
I didn't even think about it.
That was
We screwed everything up about that podcast.
pretty much, yeah. We finally hit a year, and you think that we would have it together.
Well, that was like 2 weeks before we hit the year.
Oh, that's true. So we still had some leeway. There was
know,
a
there were still
a
some
MacGuffin,
kinks.
not a MacGuffin.
What? That's what my grandpa calls boobs, McGuffies. Have you ever?
McGuffies?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Why?
I don't know. He also gets mad that there's no white guys in the NBA, but that's neither here nor there.
I love old people's racism. It's so cool.
Yeah. It's like a non-hateful version of racism somehow.
It is. It's
yeah.
just, it's like we're being left out of it. What the hell?
Anyway, I don't know how we got on that tangent. We were introducing our guest, Leah. She's a singer. We were watching some videos of you right before you got here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
I was digging that shit.
You do your own video
Yes,
editing and conceptions and directing and
a little controlling.
yeah, it's fine. Why not?
That's the only way to make sure it doesn't come out shitty, right?
I mean, this is like a family project, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always is. Family is always a big thing. My dad's here right now in the other room.
In the green room.
Waiting.
Yeah. I'm like, do you want to read a book? He's like, I can just stare at things. It's cool. I'm like, that's awesome.
Super
I wish,
chill.
I wish I was that
Most
relaxed. I'd be like,
I know, me too.
can you overstimulate me, please?
So that's cool to be like close knit with the family doing the art kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like me growing up, my parents weren't into art or music at all. So when I was doing it, there was like, they would come to a show occasionally and just stand in the back and look really awkward and afraid.
Uncomfortable.
And then they'd come after and say, good job. And then they'd leave. But so that was cool. At least they came out to support. But I can't really imagine like having parents in the band and whatnot.
They're like they're so supportive. It's amazing. Well, I grew up with my dad playing in bands, and he's kind of like my mentor too, you know. But it's really cool, and all my family, my grandma always sang the blues, and my sister's a dancer, and so it's very like in our family, and they're just so supportive, and it's cool because I'm really weird, and I really like dark things, and you know, and all of that type of stuff, and I think I've always been that way. And when I was little, my mom was like, what's going on? What are you doing? That's so creepy.
Why do you want to be Wednesday Addams or Lydia from
I know
Beetlejuice?
Like so much, but they've come around to it and accepted my
artistic,
my weirdness, and so it's cool because it's cool to have that support and feel free to not censor myself.
Yeah,
so
that's a good place to be.
Does coming to the singing is that like it was bound to happen? Or I mean, considering your dad was playing in bands and stuff, and it's such a part of the family thing. Like, how did you?
It's always been. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, our family is always like, music has been so infused in our lives, because every Christmas we'd have like a big get together and we just all sing songs, and all my uncles play guitar. My dad plays, of course, plays guitar.
Do you play any instruments?
I'm learning how to play guitar.
Yeah.
I studied piano at one time, but I wouldn't say that I play any instruments truly,
That's how I feel too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, I'm a musician, but
I can still play part of like 3 or 4 songs on a guitar, sort of. That's about it. That's all I got.
I'm an almost guitar player.
If I can remember where C is, sometimes I can work like something, a couple seconds worth of a song out on the piano. That's about as far as I go.
Yeah.
I never got further than that.
I'm trying to keep up with that,
Yeah.
But yeah, singing has always been just natural. They say I sang when I was a little tiny baby, and my mom always put me in classes and things when I was small. I did little theater things, little plays, and dance classes, and yeah.
So what's the genesis of Leah Leyva and the band? Like, how did that come about?
Oh, okay. Well, the bass player is one of my dad's best friends since forever. So they've played together for a long time. And our drummer is actually our neighbor that lives across the street.
Nice.
And we grew up. His daughter is my best friend. And yeah, it
sounds like a sitcom.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm like, this is kind of funny.
So is it just the 4-piece?
Yeah, and we played for my brother's wedding one time, and we just kept playing together.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you just got together where you were like, we're gonna practice some songs, and then you were like, why don't we just do this more often? And I'm sure all the guys, I mean, like your dad and his friend were like, I love playing shows. Let's do that more.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just being a musician, I know, it's like breathing at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing anymore, as long as I get to play a show.
Yeah, I don't play shows anymore, and life is not the best.
I know. I had about a year that I worked at Massage MV. That was, just ate my soul away. I wasn't really doing any music or any film, and I was like, this has to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
I can't live like this.
The vast majority of people just, go to work, and then they come home, and then that's their whole life. Like, what? I can't. That's the worst.
A lot of Xanax.
Yeah, I guess.
A lot of Valium.
Right. Or booze, which I'm relying on tonight, thanks to the hospitality of Rob.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Nice.
A little bit of the bourbon whiskey, right?
I can't drink. I drank enough for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Last night.
Nice.
So you're all caught up.
Well, yeah, you're good.
I'm good. I'll be all right for the next several weeks. Yeah, it was fun. It was a wine and cheese party, and
Nice.
had a lot of wine, had a lot of cheese, and had a lot of gross
So
feelings.
you guys all just got together and listed things you don't like about cheese. Ugh, cheese. It stinks.
gross. Makes me farty.
It makes me poop. It makes me fat. Ugh, cheese is the worst.
Terrible. So how long ago was that? Like when you
Like
guys
3.5 years ago.
Oh,
maybe.
okay. So and you just have so it's been consistent, or did you kind of miss out for a little while?
It's been pretty consistent since then with the four of us, and you know, my dad has always written songs, and I started writing songs, and sometimes he'll just play a little riff, and I'll start singing melody, writing some lyrics, and yeah.
Very organic, not forced or anything.
And we just, you know, we go walk across the street and go have band practice at Jerry's house, and you know, go sit in the garage. It's super chill. I like it though, you know, just go over my PJs and
That sounds amazing.
chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's nice being in a duo. You can just practice however, whenever.
Yeah.
Especially you guys live together, quietly kept, right?
Yeah.
Am I pulling back the curtain too far? Is that behind the scenes secret information?
Oh. They can see us now, naked.
I mean to blow up the spot. Sorry, Rob.
Great.
I said that and he looked at me all wide-eyed for a second. He's like, don't tell him we live together. I'm like, sorry, I didn't know.
Nobody knows.
I didn't know that was a rule. My bad.
It's a secret.
Yeah, I'm not going to edit it out. It's going to be too much work. Sorry, you're going to have to live with it.
Being out there forever. That's funny.
We should do edits on the podcast like coaches' challenges in football. It's like you get 2, so save it. Because if you get rid of them too early,
Right.
I'm not doing that many edits.
You never know when you're going to say like something atrocious, and then later on people will be like, he's the worst. That's already happened actually because of this podcast. I apparently have offended quite a few people.
Who'd you
Oh,
offend?
man.
I'm,
We're so intense.
I'm not even going to say their name, but it's like a guy who is also a musician or something. Supposedly he listened to us in the early days, and the early days was just us ranting, raving, and
What did we say?
I
Why
don't.
is he mad?
I don't. Apparently, I said something that he took as it meaning him or something. It was probably about local musicians.
We
But
should open up a dialogue, you know?
maybe I don't know. But anyway, so that happened,
Yeah, people are funny sometimes.
and
If we offend you, I'd apologize ahead of time.
advance.
I don't know.
It take a lot. You know, especially working like around film people. It's
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's part of the club.
Yes.
Yes? No?
I think so.
I just like yelling yes.
I'm going to give it a solid maybe.
Okay.
Maybe plus.
A possible
Like
possibility.
a 52% probably. But mostly still a maybe.
A possible maybe.
No, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to give it a full-blooded 197% yes.
There you go.
So
There you
let's
go.
play another song.
Yes,
In the spirit of yes.
This is by Leah Leyva and the band. It's called Summer Fades.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that? How'd you get into doing film stuff?
Well, I hated school a lot.
Word up.
Yeah. You're part of the club. This is a club.
Never wanted to go. And my mom wanted to get me into PAPA, which is a performing arts charter school.
Oh, cool.
And they draw your name in a lottery, and I didn't get in. So she was searching for something else because I think she knew if I went to Valley it was going to be a nightmare. So so she found Data Charter High School, which is a film high school, and I met my film mentor there, and he had a first group of his students and took us on a bunch of shoots. And one of our first projects, I did makeup. That's what I started in. We did the After Party, which was a local late night show.
Yeah.
So we did
Michael,
yeah.
What's his name? Michael
I don't
Casada.
remember.
It was really cool because it was
Stephen Michael Casada.
There's three or four charter high schools now that have film focuses.
Right.
Wow.
And
there's one off of Washington.
Yeah, there's Max, and I can't remember all of them. I know Papa has some film too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a bunch of students working as the crew, and then the heads of each department was actual professionals. The whole film movement in Albuquerque kind of started 10 years maybe before I got involved.
Right.
And I've just been really involved in it ever since. And one day I just decided that I didn't know why I was doing makeup, because I've always liked to act and be in charge and direct and make my own little projects,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We worked on a project this summer together, kind of. I was doing backup sound, and you were acting. You were part of the band.
Yeah.
The band. You were the bass player.
Yes, I was in Lyrics from a Bleeding Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if that ever gets released.
I'll look forward to it. I'll check it out. Check out y'all's
That
work.
was fun. I really liked that character.
Yeah.
She was super cool.
Cooler
than me.
I really feel like
For sure.
if the editing is done really well, that movie's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I liked the story.
The script is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a young homosexual male and his dealing with his family, among many other things.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sexual fluidity, not super binary.
Now, when you say sexual fluidity, you don't mean sexual fluids.
No.
Just to be clear. Okay. What kind of movie was this, you guys?
I don't know. I was just doing backup sound. I wasn't allowed to watch. Here, you wear this blindfold, you go in the room, and you don't ask any questions.
And I was supposed to be my character's supposed to be the best musician. And of the group of talent, I was definitely the worst musician.
Nice. That's the magic of film. Though,
everybody's actually playing, and I have no idea how to play the bass, and I'm oh no.
Just film me from chest up.
I'll just pretend. Just dance around.
Cut to someone else's hands. It's man, she's got some manly hands.
It's like a giant black dude's hands. I don't know. Something's
weird.
off here.
That'd be great.
Can we fix that in color correcting? Post.
We'll just, fix it in post.
That's too funny. So Leah Leyva and the band is signed to Duke City Sound Records?
Yes, DCS Records. Yes.
How did that happen? How'd that come about?
Well, I did a showcase for the city of Albuquerque with the band, and they had just a bunch of people there who were looking for musicians, and this guy who books stuff for the Isotopes games and other things contacted us and asked us to do. They were doing auditions for the Isotopes
to
at
perform
Duke
live.
City Soundstage.
Because they have bands play there every
it's
few
live
games.
at the lab.
Yeah.
I've gotten to play that once.
It's
Nice.
fun, right?
Cool. Yeah.
I remember
like
seeing
it.
American Slang do it one time. It's pretty
That would have
exciting.
been
Cool.
good. Yeah, that's great. Because baseball is fun and whatever.
Baseball's awesome, Rob. All right?
Baseball's life. But as I point at Loki, but the ability to have a band there and stuff is so fun. Just the live music aspect is great.
To know that our music is being broadcasted to all those people there on those speakers,
and you're on a
and on the
giganto
big
screen.
screen, Yes, take a picture of it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not just the people in the stadium either, because I used to live like 2 blocks away, and you could hear all that shit. So I'd always hear the band. I'd be like, this one's not so good. Or, this one's got it going on.
Bad notes.
Yeah. And it's fun because they have the cameras there and they're filming you, and you're just like, yay.
Yeah.
Good times.
It's really fun.
Attention is the best.
Yeah.
Best.
But even just being like in the audience is just it makes it more fun too, I think.
Yeah.
At least I have seen some bands there and I've enjoyed the hell out of it. And so you got on that, you did Live at the Lab. And
so we did our audition for Live at the Lab at Duke City Soundstage.
Okay.
And then Rhett, the one of the owners of Duke City Sound and DCS Records, was just like, we want to make a record label and we want you to be our first artist.
Nice.
Sweet.
And I was like, yes, thank you. Please.
When a nice man
I want to record these songs.
when a nice man offers you a chance to do your art, you're like, yes, I will.
Surely.
It doesn't matter if the van has windows or not. You just say yes.
Yes.
Well,
Well, discretion. You have some discretion, but
if it says free candy on the van, maybe think twice.
Run the other way.
Yeah.
But that's not Red at
Maybe
all.
ask a few questions before you get
Red's actually an awesome guy. And Duke City Sound is a fun place, not just to play, but see bands. And it's compact. This is a nice way of saying it's small.
Yeah.
But the sound is good. And they do stuff in this garage area. So they have like the main sound stage like in the front here area, and then they do like metal and hardcore bands like in this garage in the back, and that's awesome. Like having that kind of space to hear that kind of music is always the best.
The garage is the perfect setting
for like hardcore and heavy metal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they can do 2 shows a night, so they can do that one going on in the back, and there's like cross pollination.
Right. It's kind of crazy when they have like, I went one time and they had like 3 bands going at once, because they had one thing going in like the studio and one thing in the garage and one thing on the stage, and I was like, this is crazy. But I mean, it's a lot of fun. And
man, I've never even been to this place.
Oh, you should go.
I'm out of the loop.
I actually don't really play there very much. I play more at like the breweries and restaurants and stuff. Because I mean, I think if I went to like a hardcore kind of show, they'd be like, who is this? What's going on right now?
I feel like listeners these days are a little more
savvy.
Savvy. There we go.
Yeah.
I was like hip. But we had that problem like in Olympia. We play this place called the Le Voyeur Cafe or something like that, and it's totally like a punk rock place. Like the walls are covered with like, I mean it's kind of
the walls are covered with what?
Psychedelic, but then like you see like shows of like punk rock, but there's like dudes in their underwear, and it's just it's cool. It's just like you're like, why would they have a like a acoustic pop duo like Quietly Kept playing here? And so one night, the last time we didn't play there were like 3 hardcore, just like heavy like death metal type bands. Just like, oh my god, they were thrash, and it was just so loud and hard. I mean, we could just hear it as we were driving up. And we were supposed to close out the night. Like they were gonna, these 3 bands.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh man, they're gonna riot. We're gonna die. This is gonna be the last show I ever play. And I think Kayla just totally had a meltdown, and I was like, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and pass on this tonight. Thank you so much for inviting us to play.
I pictured it being like Bob's Country Bunker, where they're throwing the bottles at the Blues Brothers,
through the chicken wire or the chain link fence.
Chicken wire.
It was chicken wire. Okay, good. My memory serves.
Rawhide, yeah.
I don't know who all is on DCS. I know Rogues Beware.
We have Rogues Beware, 5 Mile Float, Right On Kid, and On Your Doorstep. At Your Doorstep. Oh my god, I feel so bad that I can't remember the exact
That's okay. I put you on the spot.
honestly, I don't remember family members' birthdays sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's not like anything personal. I have a terrible.
I had to ask my mom about one today. One I should know.
I can't. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I can't remember anybody's name, but I remember everybody's face. Like, if I've seen your face one time, I'm like, I've seen you.
And then it bugs the shit out of me, though, because that's all I remember. I don't know anything about this person except that I met them. So I'm just gonna stare at them from across the room till it gets weird.
I have moments where I can remember people's names really good, like you know, if there was like a year or two there when Quietly Kept was doing our thing, you know, right in the beginning, and I could remember everybody's names. Like lately, I can't remember anybody's names. Like as soon as they tell me, I forget right away. I'm like,
that's how I am. I'm like in one ear, out the other, so quick.
They say that marijuana affects the memory. Now, I don't know. I'm no scientist.
But alcohol kills brain cells.
Yeah.
And that's
that could be a factor, but
we only use like 20% of our brain, so I figure I can kill 80% of the brain cells, and it's fine, right?
We'll still be functional.
So we're good. This is fine. Yeah.
We'll still be functional.
What are we talking about?
I dipped out for a moment there. Influences. What are you influenced by? I mean, obviously, growing up in like a music household is like, I mean, an influence, but
there was a lot of funk, because like when I was like at an age where like I kind of remembered my dad playing and stuff. He was in funk bands, so that's a part of it. My grandma singing the blues, and then being in New Mexico, I think just its own thing that just and I don't know, I listen to a lot of pop, of course, like Britney Spears and Lady Gaga and all the Beyonce, Queen Bey, you know, all of them. Yeah. That's
I
a
like
lot
Limp
in there.
Bizkit, you know, everybody has their own thing.
And
nobody's Nerfic.
I think the blues is probably the most natural, though, that just kind of whatever type of song I'm singing that
kind of comes through.
That kind of goes through, and if the song has like a hint of blues in it, it suits me best, I think.
I mean, we all have our a way of doing it. Like I'm very much the like pop punk, you know, skater, bro, dude. Not all the way. I mean, I'm not like Blink 182 or anything, but
yeah.
There's definitely...
You're better than that.
I mean, it was Rancid.
You're like the Thinking Man's Blink 182.
The Thinking Man's rap rock from the Thinking Man's rap rock.
Right.
Well, yeah, because influences were like Sublime and Rancid growing up. Like those were the big two probably.
And I guess I never really consider how much I was influenced by like the music that my brother and sister listened to, because they're... my brother's 7 years older, my sister's 9 years older, and so
are you the baby?
I'm the baby.
Oh, the
baby. But we listen to a lot of like TLC and Aaliyah and all of that R&B, and I think R&B, Tupac, all the 90s
rap, all the dead people.
Yes, all the right. Oh my God. Why did they all die so young? It's so.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Because they were great.
Yeah, but if they didn't, they'd be doing shitty sets at the Super Bowl now and stuff. You know? I don't know. Devil's advocate.
Maybe. I would hope not.
I would hope not.
I would hope Aaliyah would still be killing it, though.
It'd be like Iggy Azalea and Jimi Hendrix, at the Super Bowl. It'd be awful.
Oh my God, Jimi Hendrix.
So yeah, if you could bring somebody back, who would you see? Somebody was like Jimi Hendrix. I was like Jimi Hendrix or Freddie Mercury.
Jimi Hendrix for sure.
I mean, I would watch Brian May any day. Play guitar. That guy's a genius. I
don't know. I've never thought about that. If I could bring a musician back from the dead.
Yeah.
I don't know who it would be.
And you can make them perform. Perform, monkey! Came back from eternal rest.
Zombie. Perform.
Hey, I'd really like to see my family. No! That is not how it works!
This is my magical wish, and you will play.
You will play a song, a concert for me and my friends. So you're doing the music, you're doing the video stuff, which you've done your videos. What is this album number 1 for Leah Leyva and the band, or is this?
Yeah, I mean we've recorded some other little things before, but this is kind of our first actual album. At first we were going to do the full album, and then I said we should do an EP and then add the EP to some more songs and make a full album. Just to get more out there sooner. Yeah. More than anything. Because some of these songs we've been playing for years already, and
you're kind of like, let's
some more things cooking. I want to
throw them on wax. Let's do some new stuff.
Yeah.
So is this album out now? Can people find it?
No, not yet. It's so close.
You're all working on it?
So close. I just, I talked to my producer today, and it should be, I should hear like a first edit pretty soon.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Last time I heard it, it was going pretty good, so I'm excited. It's different. I mean, I would compare the album to like something that Sia would do in the aspect, or like that I talk so funny.
No, it's all good.
In the aspect that, like, what do I mean by that? Okay, it's like Sia in that all the songs are kind of different. Like, like one song has more of like a bluesy vibe, and a couple have more of a rock vibe, and one has more of just, pop, disco kind of vibe.
Word up.
Yeah.
I like variety. Like back in the day when we were starting, in the band I was in before, but also when we were starting Batwings for Lab Rats, like the whole thing was like as many genres at once as is possible, but while it still all sounds like one band.
Right.
Like that was the whole goal.
That's awesome.
Cram as much different noise in as possible. That was the idea.
Damn straight. We should play some more music.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's how we usually do this shit, right?
I mean, we have a guest who is a vocalist in a band doing music, so
yes.
Why wouldn't we play Crazy Love by Leah Leyva and the band if we weren't good?
I don't think we wouldn't. I think we wouldn't. We would. Not wouldn't. Would we? We would. So let's
do it. This one is Crazy Love by Leah Leyva and the band.
Do to me so inconsistently, I swear you're freaking crazy, but baby I don't mind. Why don't you try and find some kind of middle ground so I can stick around for the next 5 years or more? Baby, I know I'm crazy too, but honey, I love you. Crazy love is what we've got, like it or not. Crazy love is what we've got, like it or not. You're my crazy love, and that's just fine with me. Insane love, be mine, You don't know what you do to me so inconsistently, I swear you're freaking crazy, but baby I don't mind. Why don't you try and find some kind of middle ground so I can stick around for the next 5 years or more? Baby, I know I'm crazy too, but honey, I love you. Crazy love is what we've got, like it or not.
that idea I feel like has kind of been around for a while. Like when, so we've been buying like a bunch of vinyl, and but the best part about that is you're like, oh, I get to listen to a whole album front to back. Like, you know, hear the A side and then the B side, and get
no one has attention span like that anymore these days.
And Paul Simon, after he left Simon and Garfunkel, his like first album has like I can't even, like, Scott Joplin, ragtime. There's like some ragtime stuff going on in there. There's like some reggae influence in there. There's
Paul Simon's a fucking beast.
He is a beast.
Graceland, that whole album is just
and this is his first one after leaving his first like solo, I guess, and it's amazing. And Blondie's like that too. Like I have like 3 Blondie albums, and Eat to the Beat, which is like a phenomenal album for the most part. And the one that we played, we covered Rapture. That album, I can't think of what it's called. That's the follow-up album.
Get in your car and you drive real far.
That one runs all over the place. I mean, she's doing like kind of like big band blues, big band style of stuff, and loungy music, and you know, they were very big on. I can't stand the reggae songs.
So when I was like a teenager and I was getting into music, you know, and I'm listening to Blondie, my dad's like, you know, she was the first rapper. I was like, first of all, Blondie's a they.
They had stickers like that or shirts like that. Blondie is a band.
Right? Yeah. But it's that we would always argue about that. It became like a running joke. Like throughout the years, my dad would contend that Blondie made the first rap song ever, and I'd be like, "That's bullshit, Dad." Like, now they were one of the early crossovers, but they weren't even a hip hop band at all.
They were just. The amazing thing is how influenced they were by New York City itself. You can just hear it, or the kind of time. I mean, they weren't. Yeah. I guess they weren't really from New York. They were from L.A. But like, you know, they hear the rap, which I mean,
they were jet setter artist, bohemian.
It was born in types. Queens, you know, and then there was like the New York punk rock scene, which you know started in '77, and they're kind of, I guess, noted as the birth of new wave. Anyway, I'm sorry, I went full nerd.
It's all good. I like Blondie. Cool. I'm a Blondie fan. I dated a girl once whose mom is like mortal enemies with with Debbie Harry.
Yeah,
she like hates her. They fought over a guy or something at some point, and she just like hates her. Anytime anyone brings up Blondie, she's like, "Fuck Debbie Harry."
Oh no! Hate her. She's stupid. I don't want to see her melt.
Do you have any feuds, Leah, with anybody in town? You want to call anyone out?
No.
Make this make people tune into this shit.
Welcome to
Controversy Sells, you know?
Yeah, right. This is getting all hip hop station over here. What's with you and the feud between you and Matthew from Rogues Beware?
Did you hear what red light cameras said about you guys? No, I'm just kidding. Just starting rumors.
Right? Uh-oh. Wow.
Maybe that's how we get this show to the top.
There we go.
Just incendiary rumors.
Yeah, just total hearsay and
just make shit up.
And libel. Libel speech.
That's hilarious.
So what's the future looking like? What are you hoping to get done? I mean, obviously the album
out this year. Is that the goal?
Is there anything like any ideas for like touring or playing out of town or?
No, not right now. Just focusing on the album, and I don't know. I guess my ultimate dream would be to be a recording touring artist, and then one day retire from my musical life to be a feature film director.
Nice.
I like all this. This all sounds
the Rob Zombie path,
right?
Yes, exactly. do some nice horror films and
yes.
What movies do you enjoy? I mean, you can either go
Rob's all-time movie buff,
all-time favorites or current classics or whatever's.
Two of my favorites are The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
And The Conjuring are two
I
of
don't
my
know
faves.
if I've seen The Conjuring.
Oh, it's so scary.
I'll have to watch that.
It so scares me.
You like scary movies?
Really
I mean, is that like your favorite? That's kind of your...
Well, I'm very I have like a lot of nightmares, and I don't know. I've always
watching
been
all the
drawn
scary
to, like,
movies
the
probably doesn't help.
Things.
With the
I know
nightmares.
people always say that. I know.
It doesn't do that for me though.
But
I just watch it because
like,
it gets me.
I feel like I'm like that anyway.
Yeah.
One thing that I can't do is listen to Evanescence, and everybody is like, why would that like hurt your soul so much? It's just Evanescence. But I don't know what it is. It makes me so sad. I can't listen to it or I'm just depressed. I can't. It makes me so sad.
Me too, but I think for different reasons.
Different reasons.
probably.
I like when the guy goes,
I know. He always does do that.
They're like, I know that you're not like
true.
even a rapper at all, but can you try to sound like Fred Durst on this one?
know.
It would really help sell it.
I know people like hate on them so much, but they make my heart so sad.
Yeah.
They were an alright band, you know. Shit
Well, I
got
think-
played out.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think
They had
on,
talent.
on the not so popular stuff, there was some good stuff that I don't ever remember hearing, but I'm sure it's there.
Yeah. I mean, that song itself, whatever it was, like, it's a decent song, except for the, like, let's try to, like, capture the market with this one.
Right.
Except for that little producer string tug, you know. That shit's obnoxious.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. Well, and we were in like a rap rock, you know, thing. But what we like to think that it was the thinking man's rap rock.
Right. I wanted to be like, if juggalos had college degrees. Bat wings for lab
We're
rats.
physicists.
Yeah.
Nice.
Someday,
I like
someone
that.
in clown makeup will solve global warming, and they'll have us to thank for it. Nah, I don't know.
Nice.
So if you were going to do a film, I mean, like what directors' influences, anything like film influences, or
Tim Burton is huge. Also, like Francis Ford Coppola and all those kind of 70s filmmakers. I also really like 80s film. And recently, I've been very influenced by TV because the television series have become very cinematic.
what are you watching? What are you watching right now?
Like
Or what are you
right
digging
now, 11/22 or whatever that
Oh,
one
with
is about JFK.
Is that good?
James
I've read the
Franco?
book.
It
so
looks
good.
It looks badass.
I really like it.
James
It's
Franco's
really
in
well
it?
done.
Yeah, he goes back in
he
time.
does a good job.
Yeah.
So I like all those, and like, you know, Orange is the New Black, all those kind of cinematic shows. And then I like all the like supernatural teen stuff. I'm so weird. I
Oh,
love
geez.
cartoons and all that stuff. So I love like shadow hunters.
I don't
oh
even
my
know
God.
what that is.
It's
Yeah,
so
what
good.
is that?
They're like angels, but they're like badass angels who wear like leather and heels and stuff. And they just like kill
Is this a
demons and-
cartoon?
No, this
No,
is
it's a TV show.
live action.
And yeah, and then of course I also really love cartoons, and I would absolutely love to make like an adult cartoon feature film. Like I really
When you
like
say adult cartoon,
not like adult like that.
it's gotta be sure.
Like just not
She's like,
necessarily
it'll
for
be-
little kids.
It'll be paying bills and responsibilities. Like when they say adult shit, you're always like, if there was an adult store, it's like, so you have ledgers and things for taxes and stuff like that, right? Right.
The adult stuff.
Yeah.
Adult toys, fountain pens, and post-it notes, and
Stress balls and
stress
yeah.
balls.
But
Well,
yeah,
some
I
of those have a crossover. You
Yeah,
could use
there's
some
potential
adult
there.
toys for stress relief. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I just don't know if your office would really appreciate it. Don't go in there. Just don't.
Well,
But yeah, so you do like I mean, spook. I'm gonna make some assumptions. Spooky,
Like
maybe.
like if I did a cartoon, I would love to do something like Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Kind of like I really like those like
really know
trippy, like deep. You know, I feel like that it goes into like I like to like go into things that talk about like other dimensions and dreams and
Do you ever watch Rick and Morty?
oh my God, yes.
It's so
I love Rick
I
and
haven't
Morty.
watched that, but I know that I should,
Yeah.
just based on who likes
it's
it. You know what I mean?
It's so great.
There's this one part where it's somebody posted it for St. Patrick's Day, and it's like the leprechaun, you know, the Lucky Charms leprechaun kind of.
Right.
And he's like eating him, and he's like, I'm gonna make sure my Lucky Charms stay safe inside of me. And then these kids like come that are kind of zombified, and they like cut him open and are eating the cereal right. Why are you even eating it out of me? Oh,
That's
it's got
awesome.
stomach acid and blood.
Have you
He's,
seen
like,
the ones
dying.
where they like talk about where they watch television from other dimensions?
Yes, that
and there's
is
the one with the
crazy.
cereal eye hole guy, because I keep looking at your frog here on the wall, and
Yeah.
he has like
Hypnotoad.
it looks like the eye holes that they have.
Right.
It's this like weird. It's kind of like the bunny who's like tricks are for kids or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like that, and he comes in, and they have these gross eyes that like look like that, but they're like oozing gross stuff, and they like kiss with their gross eyes. It's super weird.
Wait, like
it's
the eyes kiss each
yeah,
other?
and they're like She's like, I have eye holes. And the dude's like, I have eye holes. And they start being so weird. And then the guy comes in and he's like, these are my eye holes. It's so crazy.
You know what I love about like pop culture in general?
Yeah.
I was at the emergency room the other day. Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
But I was in the waiting room and they had Cartoon Network was on like, just during the day. And it was a show made for kids. But it was the most surreal, trippy, weird fucking shit. It was called Uncle Grandpa. Have you guys seen this shit?
I
No,
like
I
Uncle
haven't.
Grandpa too.
It's so fucking
It's weird. But when you think of the name Uncle Grandpa.
Right. But
I thought about that the other day. I was like, Uncle
Grandpa.
Yeah, that is a little sketch. I don't want to think. I don't want to do the math to figure that out.
Right, yeah.
That should be like Pizza. What's his name? Pizza Steve. There's like a little pizza guy with some glasses.
Right.
I watched too many
I'm gonna have to watch
anyway.
that. No,
It's-
that's
Yeah.
I think that's, and we've talked about that before. Like children are psychedelic creatures or something.
Right.
I said that like because they kind of are like with I mean. Nobody's admitting to anything here, but psychedelics tend to make people feel like children again.
Yeah.
I'd say.
There's like euphoria and discovery and all that kind of
Allegedly.
stuff. Allegedly. Yeah. So I've heard. So I've read in many fine books and many fine bookstores.
I actually remember one time, one of the early mushroom days, one of the first few, is saying that to my friend. I was like, we can do whatever we want. And all I wanted to do was run around in a parking lot in circles. And it made me so happy. Just the realization, we're free. We can run around in circles.
Artwork is good. Artwork is a good thing that can happen on that. Like I've made,
That's hard.
I've made just like I did like computer digital stuff and was making like random posters about whatever, like just promotional or artistic.
I find it hard to focus under the influence of certain psychedelic imbibements.
It is legal to grow magic mushrooms in
I wouldn't even know.
New Mexico.
That's like the new thing.
It totally is.
Rob has to mention that every episode.
We just tell that because it's so fun. It's
Just
That's
so
an
you
interesting.
know.
There's interesting laws that you don't really know about.
As of 2005, you can grow them and eat them at your
I feel
leisure.
like if I were to do anything like that, I would like see some like vampires or some like super scary shit that would be chasing me. I feel like it would not be good.
Well, that's when you got to stand and face it. That's.
I'm like, I have enough like crazy enough dreams for that. I'm like tripping all night.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good.
All right. Well, we didn't mean to be a bad influence.
Oh my God, no.
We're the worst.
No,
We're the worst.
I don't care about that.
I guess it's about that time.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Where can people see the videos? We watched a couple of them. They're freaking sweet, so people should check them out.
There's the new videos are on the DCS Records YouTube channel, and I have a short film coming out soon. Sweet. I don't know where it's gonna air or when, but I will post about it on my Facebook page.
Just have it. You just throw a party,
What's
play
your,
a show,
somewhere,
and show it.
Yeah.
What's your Facebook page if people want to follow?
Just Leah Leyva.
All right.
There's a Leah Leyva in the band too, but
LeahLeyva.
I put
Word
more
up.
Awesome.
Cool.
Any upcoming shows or anything to promote happening?
Yes.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
You can get the calendar. Okay. You can do it. We'll give you the time. I'll keep talking. There will be no
Rob will
delay.
fill it up.
Just
say something interesting. Go.
I will. I'm being an Oreo, but not the two.
Well, let's not get racial.
No. I would be an apple. Red on the outside, red on the inside.
Nice.
All right. Friday, May 20th at 6 p.m. We're going to be playing at the Isotopes for Live at the Lab.
Nice.
On.
So that's the next one.
You're gonna. If you want to see her, you can see her on Jumbotron.
And if you go to that one, make sure you boo the Isotopes for not letting the Dodgers buy them, because now they're the Rockies farm team and it sucks.
Oh,
just saying.
As you wear your LA hat.
No.
Yeah.
About
baseball
sports.
Well, tell them I said that for you.
when you're live on microphone.
Yeah,
hey, by the way,
hey, I just would like to burn a bridge for a moment, if I could. You guys suck, boo!
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. No. Don't take our advice.
It's bad advice. There's a reason Bat Wings for Leopards doesn't exist anymore.
There's a reason I'm a bum now and do nothing and I'm going nowhere.
You're going out to millions of listeners.
Millions. Tens.
3 or 4, 10.
Maybe at most.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't
what
know.
a downer.
No, but you're our first guest of our second year.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. Season 2, kicking it off.
And everybody thinks we're misogynists, and we've proved that we are, but we can still deal with female guests.
Yeah, at worst, it's like 67% misogyny, right? At least it's like...
It's light misogyny.
We're getting a D in misogyny. That's pretty good, right? Like, you want to get a bad grade, and I don't know.
We'll just put it this way. We're doing better than Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Oh my God, I can't.
He who shall not be named.
Right? Yeah. Voldemort. Is it Mort or Voldemort?
On that note,
Yes, read Harry Potter. Same guy. Thanks.
yes, there we go.
As Hitler.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being part of the show. Thanks
Yeah,
for
thank you.
letting us pick your history apart and
yes.
Yeah.
put it out there for the world to know.
Yeah, thank you.
Word. Hit us up if you want to come back someday. And
Show.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you on when the CD is released or when your short film is released. And
Yeah.
And you won't be singer that time. You'll be filmmaker.
Or when the big one hits and California falls into the sea and we have to huddle together in a bunker. We'll just make podcasts every day till we die.
To ourselves.
Until the radiation takes us over.
Did you listen to last night's podcast? No, man. No. I couldn't. We do one every day.
I can't keep up.
I'm sick of hearing your voice.
All right. I don't know. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
Holiday Rob.
Lowki Sapfoot.
Leah Leyva.
Take it easy, folks.
Peace.
Well, that was a good time had by all.
Once again, another one in the books. Hitting home runs every goddamn week on The Problem with Everything. Even on a Sunday.
Yes.
When we're not 100%. We're like Michael Jordan when he kicked ass in the NBA Finals with the flu.
Right.
That's what Rob's like when he's hungover for a podcast.
Or like Toss Papas when he broke his rib and still beat Tony Hawk back in the 90s.
Hot waffle.
It was awesome. It was like
Or
a skate off.
Like Dave Grohl when he broke his leg during the show and then brought a chair out and finished in a chair.
What a man.
A badass.
What a man.
Sitting there with a broken leg. Didn't even set that shit. He's like, you know what? I still got like another hour of this show to do. I don't know if he did that much longer, but
Either way, though.
it's badass.
I'll get bandaged up on stage. That would be amazing.
I don't know if I've said this publicly. I don't like the Foo Fighters, but they're awesome.
You like some songs. Yeah, they are awesome.
Dislike them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of their songs are all right.
Yeah.
I just, nothing really does it for me. But every time I hear about something that Dave Grohl said or did, I'm just like, yes. Awesome. So big ups to Dave Grohl. Big ups.
Big ups. Upset are big. So we recorded this one live in the problem
Live in the problem hole.
If you want to check out the video, it is at my YouTube, which is youtube.com/media IKONZ, bringing back the 90s.
The new metal spelling.
Icons, media icons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can punch that in there, and you'll see a live performance of Leah doing this thing here in the problem hole live.
Yeah, and if you dig this shit, make sure you go out on May 20th to Isotopes Park. Leah Leyva and the band will be playing before the game, and you can go out, cheer them on, and then boo the Isotopes because they're now the Rockies farm team, and fuck that shit.
But while you're there, you can also drink beer and enjoy either a hot dog or a spiralized potato with cheese.
Yeah.
And
I'm into that shit.
Oh man,
and they're only $19 each, so eat up.
But do it because
I want to start going to all the Isotopes games and being like the guy in Major League 2, Randy Quaid, when he like heckles the team and boos them and gets all wasted and is like the anti-fan.
Isn't that like the fun part about baseball?
Yeah, just heckling, just being an obnoxious asshole.
Right.
Just boo every player, every game, the whole year. They'd probably kick me out and ban me from the stadium.
I don't know. We've gotten pretty rowdy before. Yeah. It's been pretty great.
It's worth a shot. Anyway, before you get kicked out, enjoy on May 20th the show. And this is a song, and it's called
No More by Leah Leyva and the band. We'll see you next week. Don't get caught.
Yeah.
This is No More. I think I'm ready to live without you. Something, baby, I thought I couldn't do. But now I know that I'll be just fine with me. With me. You should tell me just who you think you are. Telling me that I I won't get that far. Well, you don't know me or who I'm about to be. You don't know me no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more. Oh. I think I'm ready to live without you. Something, baby, I thought I couldn't do. But now I know that I'll be just fine with me. With me. You should tell me just who you think you are. Telling me that I won't get that far. Well, you don't know me or who I'm about to be. You don't know me no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more. I won't take no more. I see you think I can live without you, but someday I'll fly without you by my side. I think I'm ready to live without you. Something, baby, I thought I couldn't do. But now I know that I'll be just fine with me. With me. You should tell me just who you think you are. Telling me that I won't get that far. Well, you don't know me or who I'm about to be. You don't know me no more, no more. I won't take no more, no more, no more.